Hey everyone, I'm trying to set up the shot because, like I said once before, I set up the shot. Everything looks great. You go to YouTube, totally different shot. So I apologize for that. Uh, Welcome to the channel. Welcome back to the all the Miata fun we're gonna have. I wasn't planning on this, but uh, you guys know from the last live stream, my Miata got hit by a drunk driver. You can see nice shot right here in the front corner. Um, what is, oh, that's just a bug on my screen. I thought something was floating in the back. Nice shot in the corner here. Folded that frame rail back in and down, and then the firewall creased to the inside. So the car got totaled. Insurance company gave me a nice check. And by the way, if you can, with your insurance company, and if you can afford it, if it's in the budget and all that, do an agreed value or gap coverage, or what the hell is going on with my hair? Hey, Diane. Um, I don't. I guess it's okay, but I don't know. All right. Anyway, um, if you can get agreed value or gap coverage, don't go too ridiculous because it'll get really expensive. But that really helped with this because Blue Book on this was about 3 grand, and I would have cried if the insurance company gave me 3 grand on this because I have thousands of hours in it and tens of thousands of dollars of parts in it. So it was nice that the insurance company came through. Now, here's the big reveal that everyone is hoping for. Kev, you love your Miata. You got to get a replacement for it. You are absolutely correct. And I did get a replacement for it. And a ton of the parts from this are going to get swapped over to the new car. The new car arrived yesterday. It is fantastic. Let me show you what I got. So here we go. Just turn the camera around. That's the easy part. So we have a 1995 Miata, MX-5 Miata. This is the M edition, and it is purple, and it has a tan interior and a tan top. It also came with a matching hardtop. You guys can see it kind of over there. And it's already up on the wall. Because here in Florida, I don't really need the hardtop. So super happy with this. It's what I call a GFS car. Grandfather, father, son. They were the previous owners of this car. It only has 67,000 miles on it. It is in fantastic shape. The mods that were done to it are all super tasteful. I'll probably change some of the LED lighting and probably the head unit. Get something. It's a little dated head unit. I get something with Apple CarPlay and Bluetooth or whatever. But this car needs very, very, very little. You can see like the wipers have some sun fade. The paint is in fantastic shape. And the best part, those are factory BBS wheels. It's pretty amazing. These cars are extremely coveted. I got very lucky. I found this one in St. Pete. The owner was super cool, hardcore car guy. Definitely took care of the Miata. The soft top is up too because this soft top was actually down for like 4 or 5 years. It was packed away. On the M editions, they came with every option. So you have power steering, power brakes, AC, cruise control. You have ABS, which my car did not have. And you also have a rear defrost on a glass window in the back, which is really nice because it's not going to crack like the plastic ones do. I mean, I guess you could break it if you really want to. So a lot of the stuff from the black car is going to go on the purple car, and we're going to keep it. We're not doing drifty. We're not doing stance boy. We're not doing anything like that. We're going to keep this as a fun road car that we could autocross or track if we really want to, a lot like we did with the Miata. The Boss Frog roll bar is going to get transferred once it gets powder coated. There's some other stuff that's going to get powder coated and transferred over. I'm going to show you guys just a couple of differences on this car that I noticed compared to, these are only 1 year apart. So it's kind of funny that there's such differences between This isn't a base model. This is a mid model, I guess. It's not an M edition. If it was an M edition in '96, it'd be blue. This is the top of the line. This is as good as you can get in 1995. There is a catch. The one catch on the 95, it is not OBD2. So that's okay though. I found a harness that will plug into the OBD1 box here, and you can read it with a standard reader. So that was my big concern, was being able to diagnose stuff with this car. Don't need to diagnose anything. It is in fantastic shape. I'll show you the engine bay in a second. What else? So yeah, I'm gonna pop the hoods and I'll go back and forth really quick. I'll grab my little pokey guy, my little fingers, so you can see my little pointer hand, so you can see what I'm talking about here. Yeah, this car's really, really nice. Very happy with it. These OEM VBSs are going to get saved. I'm going to put the 6ULs on this car after they get repaired and powder coated. So you're going to notice, I'm going to bring you guys into the center here just so you can sort of compare and contrast a little bit. The purple car does have, and I got my purple pointer just to match the car. This has a different cold air intake. This is a Racing Beat, and it's going to get, the one from the black car is going to get swapped over here because it has a better heat shield. This heat shield is going to come off. The headers are going to get Cerakoted. This is going to get Cerakoted. The intake and the throttle body will also get Cerakoted. Now, the one nice thing they did is a Super Miata crossflow radiator, this is like a $500 radiator, and he has the block off plate in there, so the cooling goes one way. It's not a mix back and forth like it is on that car. That's a really, really nice upgrade. These orange clamps have to go. It drives me crazy seeing all this really nice and then orange. The other thing, and immediately if you're wondering if the Miata has ABS or not, if you see the washer fluid lid here, it's got ABS. Because on my car, you can see, or on the blue car, or on the black car, you can see the washer fluids up here. On this car, it's down here in the front because you have your ABS unit up here. And who makes this ABS? Oh, it's Nippon Denso. So this is the ABS unit up here. This car also has cruise control, which is down here. But the owner said the cruise control stopped working. I'm pretty sure because all these lines, the lines for the cruise control, which is this vacuum line, and then this line here connects to the clutch and brake, that is all functioning properly. What happens on Miatas is when you start doing LED lights, the resistance measures wrong and the ECU turns off cruise control. So I learned that on the black car when I started changing all the lights over to LEDs, more specifically the tail lights. The tail lights are kind of the first line of defense when it comes to, oh, there's a problem with the car, we don't have the right voltage. So, is that the mosquito truck? You guys hear that? Nope, it's the mosquito copter. So we have a helicopter that flies at about 80 to 100 feet, and they drop the mosquito repellent, whatever it is, and it's really cool to watch it. It's like full on Rambo. Anyway, the rest of the stuff is pretty similar on the car. The brake stuff, very similar. This is older brake fluid. I obviously have the newer Motul in mine. It's a lot more clear. This is definitely aged, but again, that's a simple thing to replace. The braided lines from here are going on here. We are going to swap out the headlight covers. That one has the intake on it. You guys can't really see that. There you go. Now you can see the NACA duct intake, which is going to go on this car. So I go back a little bit. There you go. Now you can see both. Yeah, it should just turn automatically. Why would it stay in position when I put it there? Um, the other nice part, this actually has the hook on the dipstick. Mine lost the hook. They break off. It's just a heat thing. They break off all the time. So for the rest of the car, it's all going to remain pretty much the same. I'll change out some of the clamps. The spark plug wires I'm probably going to change out and go with the black plug wires because the valve cover is going to get powder coated to match the car. So it won't get Cerakoted, it'll get powder coated to match the car. And then the plug wires will be black. Everything else, the EGR is going to stay on here, all of that stuff. I'm going to change out this hose clamp to a power grips. Wherever I can change out hose clamps to power grips, I'll do that, like I did on this car. You can see I have a power grips clamp here. The Yonaka radiator on this is also really nice. It's not cheap. It's what the spec Miata guys use. It's also, this is a dual core instead of a cross flow. It's like, I don't know, Bronco versus Blazer. Both are good. Both are going to get the job done, but only one was the first one on all 7 continents. See if you guys can figure out which one. So the helicopter go away. We just turned around. I can hear him in the background. I don't know if you guys can hear him. When he comes by, I'll turn off the fan so you guys can hear him. It's pretty cool. That's about it for under the hood. I'll drop the top on this car so get you guys a nice look at the interior. We can actually on the black car I have much nicer wiper blades. These are kind of factory style. They're not the beam blades, they're the PIAA. They're expensive, but I prefer the beam blades, so we'll swap those over. Let me drop the hard top. I'll show you guys the interior. Now, I had the car out in the sun today because this, like I said, has been down for a long time. So it's really wrinkled and it was really tight. It'll probably get a few more hours out tomorrow just to get that vinyl. It's leather looking vinyl. Just to get that vinyl used to being open. Or up, whatever. I don't know how to explain it. These visors up. And I'll bring you guys around. We'll just come around to the side. How's that? You guys can see all this stuff. And then I'll drop you down a little bit so we get inside the Miata. There we go. I know the lighting's not that great over here. Sorry. So this is the only Miata with adjustable headrests. So where is the button? There's the button. So you can adjust the headrests. You can actually take them off if you really want to. It's the only Miata with adjustable headrests. That means no speakers in here, which kind of sucks, but it's okay. Otherwise, everything else is the same. It is the same 5-speed manual. That is not the factory Nardi shift knob. It should have a Nardi shift knob on there, but I don't mind that knob. It's actually fine. I'll probably replace it with the carbon fiber one I have in the black car. Everything else is the same, but it is the tan interior. So it actually looks really good, and it's all leather. Now, there is some wear on the seat here, on the bolster, and on the seat bottom, but that's to be expected with almost 70,000 miles on the car. So I'm not upset with that at all. Also, this leather is very easy to replace. The door cards are a little bit different. You guys can kind of see it over. You can see the LED lights that pop on. Also, there's no overhead LED light. You only have the map light down there. These door cards have the short armrest, and then the pocket is in the back. So on the other car, I'll do it from the other side. I almost closed my thumb in there. So on my 96, on the black car, the door pocket's up here, and this card's back here, and there is no armrest. There's just the handle here. So that's a little bit different, but it's not that big a deal because normally when you're driving this car, you're not resting your arms. If you are, you're going to rest it on the rail here. This car did come with a big ass subwoofer behind here that I'm not super thrilled on. So that'll probably come out and get sold because it sucks up about 3 inches, maybe 4 inches of room for the passenger. And I don't think it's going to work with the Boss Frog roll bar strut that's going to go right here. So that thing's going to come out. We'll get it sold. Like I said, it's an older Pioneer head unit. It's a nice head unit. It's just older. So we'll probably replace that. The previous owner did put these Eclipse vents in here, which are actually really nice. And so those are going to stay. Those are out of a Mitsubishi Eclipse. They're nice and snug. They stay in position. They work great. Oh, and it came with, I mean, he kept all the parts, all the OEM stuff. These are basically brand new. These are the floor mats, and they say M Edition on them. These are the factory ones. They need a vacuum, but still have all the super sharp bristly guys. And over here, it has the tan tonneau cover, which is actually really nice. So we have the tan tonneau cover, which goes right here. And this is a much heavier duty vinyl than the one that I had on the black car. So this one's considerably nicer. Also, the one on the black car has, a lot of miles on it. So this goes down under the sport bar. I'm just going to do a temporary thing here so you can see kind of what it looks like. Oh, it's super tight too. Wow. It's super tight. Okay. This laid out in the sun for a little while today too, but it didn't really help him stretch out much. Wow. Okay. So this guy obviously needs some stretching. He goes something like this. And that's the tonneau boot, which gives it that super kind of, it's a very Britishy feel. If you had British Racing Green, which they did do, they did a green version of the M edition, and the tan interior, it's awesome. But you're not going to get the adjustable headrests. So, yeah, or the VBS wheels. I believe that's just for the M edition. So that's the new car. I'm gonna bring you guys back over here. You get a slightly better look at the seats. And yeah, interior looks really nice. Kev, how come you have so many Amazon boxes? Because I know what's coming. I know that I'm going to have 50 parts that I need to hang on to, or they're going to go to powder coat or whatever. So I have the Amazon boxes back there so that I can store those parts, stack them up, and get them ready to go from the black car to this car. So tonight I'm going to do some simple stuff with you guys. Keep it fairly quick and fairly easy. Here's another amazing thing, and I showed you guys this last time. Those headlights still go up, and this is another crazy part. They still work. Oh, one more. And high beams still work. I mean, this car took a serious beating, and all this stuff still works on it, which is incredible. So in those boxes over there on the recycle and trash bin, we're going to put parts that are going to go to paint and parts that are going to go to powder coat. I do have a new front air dam for this car that's coming, and let's just start at the back. We'll do a simple one at the back. I know it's kind of dark back here. I apologize, but I'll also not torture you guys by coming back in the dark by the limo. This wing I bought from my friend Joey when he bought his Miata chassis, and he agreed to sell me this wing because I knew what it was. I don't think he knew what it was, but I knew it as soon as I saw it. And this is just on with double stick tape. And it's been warm enough here in Florida that I should be able trying not to cause any more damage. We already have enough damage, right? So, wings off. This, it's going to be a little hard to see. Wings west. That is a big deal, especially for Miata guys. This will be perfect on the back of this car, matching the front lip. Not a gigantor wing like on the Viper. This is what you want. Now, this is just HDPE. This is high density polyurethane. It's got some numbers in here. Mazda Miata rear lip spoiler. It says 90 through 96. So, yeah. And it has the cutout for the third brake light, which is really nice. So, yeah, this is just on with double stick tape. That's all. That's what the factory uses. That's what everyone uses. It's Super Duty double stick tape, but we're going to get this repainted. I originally painted this and started to fade and get crusty. Thanks, Ohio. So it'll get painted to match the purple car. So we will, we can just set this here. I'll show you the double stick tape. Trying not to step on the fender that I pulled off. This stuff's just going to rip. I haven't heated this section. So this is just 1 inch extreme duty. It's flexible. You can round corners and stuff with it. And that's from 3M. It's their extreme duty tape. Works great. As you can tell, it's still on the car after being Ohio'd for God knows how many years. I don't know. When did Joey get his car? You guys can, I would say you could go back and look, but that channel got deleted. So, yeah. So get this big chunk off of here. And of course, we have really nice black paint because I repainted the trunk. Believe it or not, this is a Krylon paint job on this trunk. It matches literally perfectly. So the best way to get this off is just heat gun. But I didn't want to pull out a heat gun and bore you guys with that stuff. So I just yanked off what I could. I'll get the rest of it later. So we've got our wing off, our wings west wing, which is great. Actually, I'm just going to set it here because I'm going to get in the trunk and probably later on. You guys remember the install I did for the strut? I'm going to do the strut in this car because it's going to get that wing. So I'll probably show the install again, or you guys can watch the original one. Wow, that's a cool shot going right between the two cars. So I'm going to pull the headlight covers, the headlights, and these side shrouds. These are very simple, except when you forget that your zoomer is plugged in, you launch it on the floor. By the way, still no sponsorship from Rockstar. Still waiting on that. And here in Southwest Florida, I still have to order it So these are 4 Phillips screws with washers. There's nothing terribly exciting about these. Now this side thing is covered up. And Katie, don't worry. Your dent from when that lady short stopped you is still there. Oh, and before I get cracking on all this, I just want to show you guys. So what I have over here, I know this is going to be weird. If you look up here, I know there's a whole bunch of parts, stuff. This whiteboard, this is what I see when I walk out of the house. Very first thing I see when I come to the garage, when I come to the shop, this is all the stuff that has to get done on all the vehicles. This is all the stuff for the purple car. This is all the stuff for the black car. There's the limo stuff. I still have stuff on that. Viper, Altima. So today I redid this, and this is about half of what is actually going to get done. And this is stuff like front and rear sway bars, the suspension bushings, the window regulators, you know, the headlights, the wheels and tires, stuff like that. So as I go through here, I check these off, and that way it's one less thing off the list. But that's my whiteboard for those 2 cars, just so you guys know how I do all this stuff, how I remember all of this, because there's a lot, and I'm sure I'll forget something. So put my purple pointer away. Yeah, unfortunately, I think this shroud is trash. And I've started a nice trash pile in the back of the car. That's how the shroud comes out, and he has a little lip here for the top. And oh, yeah. Yeah, okay. He should not be wiggling like that. So yeah, I'm gonna say this. I have some Miata friends that are local. They might want one of these or paint to match it or whatever. So we'll hang on to that for good luck, whatever. Where's my medium sized? I guess this is my medium sized one. So this is going to be my screw catch for tonight. So we've got our screws in here. I'm just going to set it down here. And let me get the zoomer, get this other one off. These guys are kind of finicky, but they are flexible. So, and the other thing that's flexible is people don't realize this. The back edge of these is very flexible. So when it's mounted, if it doesn't match up with the hood, you can lift up a little bit, give it a little bit of pressure. Don't fold it like a Pepsi can, but like you can lift up or push down, and that'll help you get it flush with the hood, make it look really nice. But you also need to be careful when you're working on the car, because sometimes you're leaning on it and you don't realize it, and you're going to push a corner down. So this shroud is ready to come off. Oh, mosquito, you made the mistake. So this shroud is actually okay. It's got a little bugs on them. We're going to be doing a ton of part out on this car. Ton of part out. So I'm going to bring you guys down a little bit too, because it is kind of silly to be up that high with such a low car. So now, these are not screw. These are 8 mils. So we're going to swap out to an 8 mil. God, I wish I had coordination. And we can pull our headlight covers off. Come on, buddy. Doesn't have a lot of torque, does he? Then again, I guess you want these guys on there. It's a fresh battery too. God. See that rust? That's the problem. Yeah. Just gets everywhere. All right. We're moving up. Going up to the big boy. This will just take forever to do it this way. I hate that this is impact, but that's how it goes. So there's one of your Miata covers. That's all it is. That's factory paint and everything on there. So this will get the Merlot color on it. So again, I'm gonna put these parts in the back. You also get a good view of the headlight. This is a standard, is it H4, H7? I think it's H7. It's a standard H7 headlight. Jeeps, tons of Harleys, tons of different vehicles. This is our NACA duct cover. He's fiberglass, and he has a little piece of mesh screen, which I had to repair. So it was barely like tacked in there when I first got it. I was like, really, dude? So this actually fits really well. Now today you could probably get this 3D printed in carbon fiber and it'd be really sweet. It's actually not a bad idea. I might recommend that to my fab guy because he can 3D scan it. Then he can put it in his printer and he can use the carbon fiber stuff. So that's probably not a bad idea. Was Kev smart enough to unhook the battery before taking headlights out? Nope. And did I use E6000 on these connections? Yep. I just didn't want them to come apart. That's all. So I used that E6000 glue, which is really cool because it's super flexible. And it helps prevent connectors from falling off, removing themselves. So now the headlight's free. He's unplugged. Do the same on this side. I did not do E6000 on here. I probably should have. Oh yeah, it snapped this bolt right here. I don't have a bolt head or anything down here. So I don't know where the bolt went. I showed you guys how to do these a while back. So we have 3 screws here. The trim ring comes out. Then the headlight comes out. Let's see if our little zoomer has the juice to do those trim rings. He does. Give him a little help. So I'm just going to save these. Put these other guys in here. And for these, you don't really, I need a regular driver for that. I can't reach that guy. You don't need to really take these all the way off because you can just See, it's hard to tell if the tool is gutless or if it's fighting Ohio. So, where's my long Phillips? Long flathead. I don't know where my long Phillips is. Hopefully this guy will work. Oh, this guy. It should work. So we have 1, 2, 3. And then once you get this third one out, just be careful to finish on your front fascia. So you can just loosen it, and then this trim ring shifts a little bit. That screw came out. And it comes off. So once the screw head clears this part, so the screw's normally here, and then he comes through here, and this trim ring will just come right off. So the trim rings are okay. We can save those. Put that screw there. And then the headlight is actually going to be, he is almost a press fit in there. So I'm going to get this one loose, and then we can pop him out. So once he gets loose, then the trim ring can come right off. Okay. It sucks being this tall. Hunching over to do all this stuff. My back's killing me. So this guy isn't going to pop out either. Yeah. I'm just going to get a little helper. Should help us get that thing off of there. Maybe. Yep, there we go. Saved our LED headlights, which are covered in schmutz. All that filth and gunk. Look at that. So set our headlight here. These are actually pretty cool. They're not your standard Harley headlight. They actually have a different lens and a different high beam. They're super cool. Very happy with them. It's just they're a super tight fit. You can see he's actually catching. So we're going to save those guys. Put them. I'm going to put them with the floor mats for now. I'll find a box for them. And now we can put those little screws back in, and we can drop the headlight buckets. 1, 2, 3. And I put my screwdriver back. So need him back quick. So yeah, these guys rust out really quick, really easy. So if you get a chance, replace these. If for some reason you're in here doing headlights, just replace those little screws. So we're done now. We can drop the buckets. That one will be interesting to watch. See, I didn't get to see it because the hood's up. But yeah, there should be a bolt right back here, and that bolt got sheared off. So I probably have 20 of these. Not here. So headlights are out. Also, the one thing I noticed on the intakes is these two vacuum lines are, like I said, they're different on this one versus that car. I don't think it's a huge issue. I think they just lined them up. All the other connections are the same. Support brackets the same, all of that. It's just these are lined up versus being offset. So what else we got on the car that we can do quick and easy? The other thing I want to do is I want to get the jack out. I still have the air jack on the other side. So I want to get that out from underneath the car. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? Is I'm going to pull the air box. This intake, I'm gonna take off. So first things first is the MAF sensor. And then we're gonna take the cruise control vacuum line and unhook it. Well, we actually don't need to unhook it. We need a 8 mil to take this off. Actually, we don't need to take that off. We need to take the other section off. Where'd my, it might be a 7 mil. I think it's an 8 mil. We're just gonna take the air filter off because we don't need, oh, no, we do. We gotta take this off because the MAF is actually hooked up to this plate. So I'm gonna unhook all of that stuff. So we'll get our, thought I got that guy loose enough. Oh, heat is crazy. Heat just makes everything stick. So there we go. And he's still stuck to it. Just zoom this back on a little bit. Just so he stays put. So air filter. And then this is going to be a 10, a 10, a 10, 10, 12. There's one 12 down here. There's 4 10s. So we'll just do those regular old sockety. Don't need anything super duper for them. Just extensions. 10, 10, 12. Do the 12 first. He is right here. Just behind strut tower brace. This strut tower brace is coming across too. So we get that pulled off. He's also going to get powder coated. So there's one bolt. I'm going to put him back in when I'm done with the 10 millimeter stuff. So we'll do this first. This is where it helps to have an electric ratchet. The other thing the purple car has is a dual exhaust. It's a racing beat exhaust, which is nice because this car has a racing beat exhaust and it sounds really good. I'm kind of surprised by it. I thought it would be a lot quieter, but it actually sounds really good. So we're going to leave that on there for now. It's, I believe it's a 2.5 inch, or maybe a 2.25 inch exhaust. This one's easy. Once you get that first one out, this one you can do by hand. Of course, I use my left hand for everything now. Right? Right. So now our MAF is loose. And we can say that. This engine is coming out of this car along with this transmission. Well, the transmission's getting sold, but the engine is going to be the spare engine for that car, which means the spare engine I have in Ohio can get sold. My watch is telling me that I'm very active. I could have told you that, watch. I didn't need your help with that. So, remember, our bolts out here. That's going to let us pull this heat shield. And this heat shield is made by DDM Works. Get a good look at the logo because it's going away. When this gets powder coated, that will, I think it's just a vinyl, whatever. That'll go away. But this is the heat shield. The header is behind here, so it blocks all the heat. Keeps your air box nice. Not perfectly cool, but a lot cooler than a lot cooler than what it was. So I'm just going to set this guy back in here for now and hook up the MAF just in case. Everybody can stay here. Oh, come on. There he goes. Okay, good. So, yeah, we're going to change a bunch of this stuff over. Whatever's getting changed over goes over here. So now we come over to the board. Okay, put that thing away. And we can get our red check mark. And our headlight covers are off of that car, but they haven't been put on that car. Our let's see, what else? Rear wing has been taken off of that car. Oh, I also have to swap the horn because the horn on the original car is like a motorcycle horn. So we're gonna go back to the Ferrari horn. What I didn't have was headlights on here or anything LED. So, all right. But we've got a couple of things checked off the list. So that's good. I'm going to put our 12 mil back in so we don't lose him. Wait, did I already lose him? Oh, no, he's over here. It's right here. I have no clue why that thing is so long. I think it's from the original airbox was just that long, but it's crazy long. These two guys, if I'm not mistaken, go into here for the MAF. So everyone has their bolts back. Cool. Last thing I want to do tonight is pull the wheels off because I still have the air jack under here as a safety, and I'd like to get the air out of the air jack. I don't want to leave it pumped up for that long. It's been a couple of days. So I'm going to pull the wheels off, and then I'm going to slide the wheels underneath the car. And that way, if anything happens, if I'm taking a sway bar off or whatever, it's going to fall onto the wheel, not onto the cab. So here we go. We're going to make a little bit of noise here. Hopefully not too much for you guys. Where'd my 12 mil socket go? So 12 mil. What did I do with? This guy should work, but I don't think I left the socket out. I did not. Such a good kid, and I put it away. I think it's the pink. It is the pink. So I'm going to make noise here for a minute. Apologies. Shouldn't be too bad. So this wheel, I can slide up. He's going to be basically out of the way of everything that I'm doing, but he's going to go right on the frame rails if for some reason this falls. Same thing here. Stash him right there. He's going to be out of my way. Whoa. Thought something jumped out at me. It's a piece of plastic. Oh, it's from the center cap. What the hell just jumped at me? We got huntsman spiders here, which are pretty serious. So, got to be careful with stuff jumping out at me. All right. Do the back on this side. It is such a tight fit back here. Okay. Oh, I don't know if I'm going to be able to lay him down. Yeah, I got him. Okay. So now I'm going to take sort of tripod right now. Oh, it smells so bad. Natural rubber does not smell that good. Okay. So it's such a tight fit back there. It's only wide enough for one cabinet door to open. I got a millipede. I got to yeet into the yard. Hang on. He's a big boy. Big meatball. There's more food for you out there, buddy. Yeah, there's no food in here. All right. One more wheel and we'll call it a night. What do you guys think? Of course, that one's a huge pain in the ass, right? Yeah. Of course, this would be the biggest pain in the ass out of all of them. All right, let's try a fresh battery. Where's this guy? He's dead. Okay. Maybe. He also might be bent. Yeah. I think this guy is in bad shape. I think he got bent when the car got hit. So we could try the big one, but I don't think I'm going to be using these lug studs ever again. So, of course, let me grab the air for the last one. I just kick you guys? If I did, I'm sorry. Careful of the purple car. Okay. See if we can do this. Yeah. Okay. Nope, they came right off. They're just on tight. Okay. I love this thing. You guys have a chance. It's a Nitro Cat. You'll get it. They're just awesome. So, set that there. Pull this and this. Everything goes back. Nitro Cat, they make a a big boy and a medium boy. Either one, go score them. If you have big truck stuff, get the big boy. If you have regular car stuff, get the medium one. It does like up to like 250 foot-pounds. It's pretty awesome. So now this one, this wheel's going to come back, and you might actually have to do this kind of different. Don't roll away from me. Come back here. I need you. Because I need the room. There we go. Now we can slide them underneath there. There we go. So we got a bunch of stuff done under the hood. You know what we can do right now? Just since we're here. We can pull all of these spark plug wires. Also, the spark plug looms on this car are actually pretty good. I think they're okay on that car. So, there is one more thing we can check off the list. Spark plug wires. These are 7 mil. I wonder if I think they make 8 mils for the Miatas now, so I might look into that. If I can get 8 mil in black, I'll definitely do that. So one more thing off the list. Wash my hands too. Plug wires. There we go. All right, give me a second to wash my hands, and I'll be back with you guys. Oh, there's a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff coming. A lot of stuff coming. If the heat index stays at 105, I'm going to sweat out half of this. I can eat like a pig the next week and I'll pretty much sweat all this out, right? All right. Okay, I've sweat all over my glasses now too. So that's kind of it for tonight. We'll do some more stuff. And see, I'm hunching over to talk to you guys. I hate this shit. I need a camera up so bad. Anyway, so I'm also going to zoom in here. There we go. Now I don't have to hunch over all the time. So that's it for tonight. That's bent, so we can't really put that back, but it fits better. So that's it. We've got 4 wheels off the car. We got the wing off. We got the headlight covers, the side shrouds, and the headlights out of the car. We got the spark plug wires pulled. Like I said, you guys saw that huge list. So there's a ton more stuff coming. And also, it's going to be a ton of fun getting stuff to match from one car to the other. And, you know, what goes to paint, what goes to powder coat, and seeing everything match up is going to be really, really cool. I'm excited for it. So we're basically turning the purple car into what the black car was. And the black car had, and that's not racist, that's just what color it is. Tons of people drove it. Tons of people rode in it. I had some amazing people ride in the car with me. Literally perfect people ride in the car with me. To Bob Evans for breakfast. Anyway, this car had so much, or the black car had so much fun. Tons of track time, tons of autocross. People got their racing license in this car, like their competition license. Had a ton of fun building it. Had probably 50 different people help me work on this car. And thank you all very much for doing that. My friend Joey literally did the engine rebuild in this car. And it fired second turn of the key. Come on. Uh, some people say, couldn't build an engine in my shop. Some people say that. You might have heard that here on this channel from someone else. Anyway, uh, it hurts that this isn't gonna be around anymore, and it's gonna end up kind of a shell and a donor car. The good part is a lot of these parts are gonna go to real cool Miata people. I talked to a guy about my black hardtop. He's in Miami. He needs a hardtop for his NB. He's super excited to get one for less than 5 grand, which is crazy. So it's nice to help people out like that. The little parts, the sun visors. One of the local Miata folks needs sun visors and a cup holder. Sure, come and take it out of the car. Stuff like that it makes you feel good that this car is going to kind of, it's like an organ donor. Your liver lives with someone else, your lungs live with someone else. So you're saving. You're not really saving a life, but you're saving a car, and that's kind of a cool part. I like that part. So that makes me feel good about what this car is doing, and it also helps keep all those memories like fresh and positive, not the negative, which is what we're looking at. The one big negative, which sucks. So we're going to keep it all positive. We're going to have a good time with it, and hopefully you guys enjoy watching me swap from this car to this car, and hopefully that's fun for you. Hopefully it's entertaining. Hopefully it's interesting, and you get something out of it. Whether it's hardcore when we pull the engine out, or whether it's when I put the headlights back in. So whatever you're enjoying, let me know, and I'll keep doing more of that. But for now, for tonight, that's going to be about it. If I do other stuff, it'll be kind of minor, like swapping the wiper blades over. You guys don't really want to see that unless you can go to AutoZone and watch them do it. It's not very complex. It's very easy on a Miata. But some simple stuff I might do off camera, not do it on a live stream. But if you want me to redo it, I'm happy to do that. Some of the bigger stuff like pulling the sway bars, obviously the engine out, the trans out, doing the bushings, because the bushings on this car are like a year and a half old. Really nice polyurethane bushings. So all those will come out. They'll go on this car. And some other stuff like the spine, the PPF will get powder coated and go in here. A bunch of suspension parts in this are going to get powder coated to match. So, and then the braided lines, I'll definitely do the live stream for the bigger stuff, but the smaller stuff, like I said, like the wiper blades or putting bulbs in here, I might do most of them and save one for you guys just so you can see how to do it. But I'm going to try and bring you guys as much as I can from swapping over. You saw that big list earlier on the whiteboard. I'll do as much of that on live streams as possible. I'll try and combine them so you don't have 200 live streams to go through, but I'll try and keep it all together. If you guys have questions, comments, whatever, let me know. I'd love to hear from you, and let me know what you think of the new purple car. If you like it, if you hate it, if you think it was a bad call. Yeah, I don't. I think it's an awesome call. It's a great car, and if you're a car guy, you're obviously a fan of Miatas. If you're not a fan of Miatas, you're not a car guy or girl, car person. So thanks everyone for hanging out tonight. I really appreciate it. Like I said, we're gonna do a ton more of these. I'll try and get some more up this week. I have a million things going on. I got company coming into town next week, so I got to get the house immaculate. It's in really, really nice shape, but I have to get like Q-tips and the tiles and, make sure that the grout's all perfect. So now my friends Angel and Haley are coming down. Hopefully they'll join for one of the live streams. We can do it with the Viper, and they're huge Viper people. She owned one. She's owned two. He's owned four. So we'll do some live streams with them. We'll pull out some chairs and we'll just hang out and bullshit about Viper. So hopefully you guys will enjoy that too. So it's not going to be all Miata all the time. We also have, you guys can't see, the limo is coming up. You guys can see the limo back there. It's ready to go. So we'll be moving, when paint and powder coat happen, we'll be moving the limo in to get limo stuff done. And I heard back from my fabricator who's doing the tank in the back. He's in his new shop. He showed me a shot of his new shop. It looks fantastic. So he finally is moving all the stuff over to his new shop, and he'll be ready to fab up the holding tank for the limo. So we are very close on that. Super cool guy. He's going to do some other 3D printed parts for me. So I might take that intake cover over to him, and maybe he can make some beer money off of that. But that's it for tonight. Thank you guys for hanging out. I really appreciate it. I'm glad you're liking what I'm doing here. Thanks to new subscribers. You guys are great. I'm glad you guys are enjoying what I'm doing. Like I said, I don't get paid a dime for this. You guys can tell by how many subscribers I have. I don't get paid anything for this. I love doing it, and I love teaching you guys. So if there's something you want to see, definitely hit me up. Shoot me a note, do a comment, whatever. I'm happy to help out if I can. And more live streams this week. So don't forget to show someone that you love them today. Give me a kiss on the cheek. Give me a kiss on the tip of their nose. Fix their hair, whatever the hell is going on. Give their hand a squeeze. It's really important for them. But look at this thing. It's like a little miniature Ferrari. It's far more important for you. All right. Thanks, everyone. I will see you later. It is. It's like a little Ferrari. So cool.